New video tonight showing people still living in homeless camps downtown, even after State Capitol Police were called in to help them move along. Police stepping in to help because Fulton County's sheriff voiced concern over the number of people gathering across the street from the courthouse, calling it a public safety issue. Caitlin Ross was out there earlier today, and Caitlin, there is still a lot of work being done right now to find short-term and long-term solutions to this ongoing problem.
The Georgia Capitol Police said today this is a difficult issue that will take time to figure out. They're working with nonprofit partners to find permanent places for those folks to stay, but that's not going to happen overnight.
I was out here for 10 years in a row, homeless, addicted to drugs, and someone came out and helped me, so that's what I'm out here doing.
Patrick Dent rushed downtown when he heard the homeless encampment across from the courthouse would be cleared. He now runs a nonprofit that helps people experiencing homelessness. Dent says asking people camped near the Capitol to move along does nothing to solve the problem of homelessness in Atlanta.
Where are they going to go now? It defeats the purpose of just taking up all their stuff. It's everything they own in those tents. You know, all the things we bring out there to keep them warm and help them survive this cold weather, they take it all away and just put it in dumpsters. It's crazy.
He says when he was homeless, he would try to find similar places that are well-traveled and feel safe.
They're discouraged. They don't know what they're going to do. You know, they feel safe here. You know, it's lighting, you know, that's where I would want to stay if I was out here. When I was out here, I stayed where it was lighting.
He says he wants the city and state officials asking these folks to move on to use compassion.
I want them to know that it could be your brother, your mother, your sister, your aunt, your uncle, you know. What would you do for them? They need help.
The city had been using federal CARES dollars to fund a hotel to try and get people off the street into a more stable environment. And advocates for people experiencing homelessness told me it was working. They were making real progress. But when that funding dried up, they had to close down, and many of those people ended up back at the same homeless camps. They have applied for another federal grant to try and get that program up and running again, but still don't know when or if they'll be awarded that money.
It is an ongoing issue, only growing and growing, not only here, but all around the country. Big cities, medium cities, small cities. Caitlin Ross, thanks. One shelter, Peachtree Pine, gave hundreds of the city's homeless a warm place to stay for decades, but with a litany of lawsuits and other issues, it eventually closed in 2017, leaving many of its residents without a place to stay. Emory eventually bought the building in 2019.